where was I? Oh, sorry, this place and your attitude there. Starting to get to me. Starting to drag on my soul. Bring me closer to death. Oh yeah, we can die. Definitely, we can die. There's the chimerical dying, when we are in our famine, covered in our magic, and attacked by chimerical weapons. We can be killed. Our chimerical mean is killed. And then our human seeming just faints and forgets. It could be, and then we get reawakened, an infusion of glamour, but it's never a pleasant experience. And of course, we can die in the usual ways: bullet to the head, blade through the neck, crossbow bolt, grenade. That would always be my favorite way of going. And then we're completely dead. And we'll be reborn again, and hopefully reawakened in a new chrysalis and a new life. If we're not killed, then we can get better much faster using our glamour and our magic. If we're brought into freehold, then the glamour there will fix us up even faster. We're some of the best at getting better in this world. Unless, of course, the wounds come from cold iron. The legends all share this. Cold iron is our bane. That and banality. Cold iron is banality. It strikes at our very soul and at our body, and the wounds fester. Kill someone with cold iron, and first of all, every fae will ascend upon you. And what is happening? We will come. They will come. They'll destroy you for doing such a thing, because when cold iron strikes, it destroys your soul forever. Die on a cold iron blade and you are dead. There's other things. We can just become undone as we get older, more cynical, and spend too much time around banality. Even the grumps don't last forever. They feel banality creeping in. They feel their grip on the magic, on the creativity, on the wonder starting to fade. And one day it'll just be gone. And there'll be a human there. The face soul will go on and reincarnate, but the human will know pretty much what happened, just some vague memories, some dreams they had, and it's time for them to get serious. Sorry, what else? Oh, we can classify some of the antagonists as well. Vampires. Yeah, there are vampires. Trust me on this, I've seen a few. And they came from a red cap. These are all creatures of the dreaming in one form or another. They came from a red cap that slew his own brother, snapping the jaws shut on his head and drinking the blood. And then they became eternal blood drinkers, unable to reincarnate. Rather sad fate, but don't say that necessarily to their face. The werewolves, of course there's werewolves. The vampire, there's werewolves. Please try and follow here. They're fae who refuse to choose a form, oscillating always between two. They didn't have the wild creativity of just the magic of metamorphosis, and they didn't have the stability of choosing one form. They just wanted to be one and another. Generally wolf and man, wolf and human. They were kicked out, and there's been a bit of bad blood between us since, but they are ferocious, 2 to 3 meter tall killing machines, so the bad blood is mainly on our side, for the blood at least. Then they're the mages. They like to see themselves as awakened. We see them as semi-awakened dreamers. They can tap into the power of the dreaming just like us, but it's kind of like they dream while they're awake, but they don't know it's a dream, and they give shape to their dream. So because they dream of something so hard and they believe it's real, that dreaming becomes real. Really interesting to spend time around. Really dangerous to spend time around. Then of course, there's wraiths and ghosts. It's a bit hard to figure out what they are, but they're probably some sort of chimeras created by dying humans that connect to the dreaming in the last moments of their lives. They live in the Shadowland, a rather dreary place, formed of dreams of life and death and what could have been. Then there's mummies. No, not the real mummies, just, yes, they are Egyptian anyway. These were enchanted mortals who merged with chimerical reality. They swore oaths to the old Arcadians and were granted immortality. You just can't kill them. And, well, I presume they follow their old oaths, their dedication to balance and to life still, but most of the ones they swore the oath to are gone, so we don't really know what to make of them. They're demons too, yes, they're demons. Old Fae. They were bound to fight against the Fomorians and then exiled at the end of it into a dark corner of the dreaming. Dreaming? What's dealing? What's the dream? What the... exiled to somewhere and bound to never return except in periods of extreme danger. They're returning en masse at the moment. Make of that what you will. In every story, there's a mirror image. There's the Thalane. This is a Fae race, you've heard of them, birthed by the old Fomorians, who were the dreams of pre-humanity. They returned during the Evanescence, the sort of tragedy and war and police state and terrorism of the end, the beginning of the 21st century. They returned. Apparently they want to destroy humanity and the Fae and release their old masters. I don't believe that. Can you imagine having a group of people so cohesive on some aim of destruction? They'll have their rivalries. I'm pretty much sure that a lot of them move amongst the Fae and form their own factions. There's the dwellers in the darkness, who are kind of dark kin in the dreaming. No, I don't remember. And there's the dog chain. Sometimes the Fae can get cursed from life to life. They wake up, they do their chrysalis and they wake up wrong, broken, twisted. And they try and fix this. And the only way they can fix it is by inflicting trauma and torment on others, trying to fix their own soul. They are terrible. But the most terrible of all are the autumn people, like you. Unbelievers, extreme invokers of banality, conformists who value conformity just for the sake of conformity, devoid of any spark of individuality. You want, whether you know it or not, you want to make everything else fit into your boxes. The problem is, the longer that any Fae passes in your company, the worse it gets, the more your banality seeps into them, the more the threat of undoing becomes real. Real. Reality. Real. Real. Yeah. So, yeah, those were some of the stories, as I can remember, that I noted down during my period of trauma. I hope it has been useful to my cure to tell them to you. I feel much better. It's time to move on. Get serious. You can tell my parents I'm ready to return home now. Thank you, Doctor.